What's up, guys? January 30, heading out to a lake or pond. I got permission to fish here this summer. Never been out there before. From what the gentleman told me, said it can be pretty good fishing. I don't know that he does much of it though, so we'll see. I don't have much time. I've got about an hour and a half to try to figure these fish out. It's only about a 15 or 20 acre body of water, so hopefully it shouldn't take too long. I did just pick up a new auger. Pretty excited to try. It's a Strike Master laser cut 6-inch auger. For around $100. I don't know that you can find a better deal from what I understand. So maybe comment below if you've got an idea of a good auger to use. I like to hook them up to my 18-volt lithium battery on my Milwaukee drill and go to town on these holes out here. So hopefully the fishing will be good. I can get some good footage for you guys today, and comment below if you have any questions or want to know what I'm using. So stay tuned. Alright guys, January 30 here, West Michigan, out on this body of water here. It's a private lake. Pretty fortunate to have an opportunity to fish this. I've never fished it before. I just got permission this summer to come out here and try it, so I don't have much time. Just popped about 10 holes here and gonna try to find these fish, so stay tuned. Hopefully we can get on them and show you a little bit how I'm doing it. Alright guys, I finally drilled a bunch of holes and found some fish. I think I'm on a bunch of little perch is what they are. There's another one. See if this one's any bigger, but just a bunch of 5-6-inch perch. These fish are just sitting on the bottom there, and take my graph and can turn the sensitivity way down and see that there is some separation on the bottom there, but they're shooting right up after the jig right when it gets down there. Maybe there's some bigger ones that are mixed in with them, but if not, we will move on to the next spot. So just keep drilling them holes and try to find where the bigger fish are. So what you can do with that jig is let it go all the way down to the bottom if you're not sure if there's fish there, and just kind of bounce that jig off the bottom, and it'll create a little bit of that soot will start coming off the bottom, and any fish in the area should come and investigate what's going on there. But looks like these fish have scattered, or I caught the only 2 that were down there. But so I'm gonna keep going on here until I find maybe some suspended fish. I think those will be where the bigger ones are, so stay tuned. Just drilled a hole next to the one I was just at and had one shoot right up after it, and a little bigger one this time, another perch. But again, I'm just working that jig right off the bottom and bringing anything up that's down there along with it. So a lot of people ask me, how do you catch fish without a fishing graph, especially for ice fishing? And unfortunately you're at a disadvantage if you don't have a graph, but not everybody has the money to just go out and buy one. So if you can't find a used one for cheap, I grew up fishing without one, and what I would do is just take my jig, drop it all the way down to the bottom, reeled up just a few clicks, and jig it a bit. If nothing happened, I'd reeled up a couple more clicks. If nothing happened, I would reel it up a little bit more, maybe 10 feet, and see if there's anything there. And if you didn't get bit on that sequence, I'd move on to the next hole and start it over again, and you'll find those fish. It's just a little more difficult, but a lot more rewarding if you can put a limit of fish on the ice without a graph. And there's guys with graphs that are struggling to catch fish. So got a big mark on my jig right now, but he's not liking it. So what I'm gonna do is, again, drop this thing all the way down to the bottom, disrupt that bottom content down there, and see if that triggers a bite. Does not want to take it. The one I just caught here, a little better fish, so it's a good idea. You know, I think I'm getting close to where I want to be, and I'll just kind of keep working this area until I can you know, find the bigger ones. So once you're down there, if you're on a big school of fish, usually they're gonna hit that jig pretty quick, because it's almost like they're fighting for that bait. And if you're on a big school of them, you can't get them to bite. If you just catch one, usually that's enough to trigger, you know, the whole school into eating. So a lot of concentration, but if you stick with it, I know you can catch a lot of fish. I'm gonna try to find another hole here and see if that changed anything. Got these fish right on the bottom again. They're just not that aggressive. A lot of short strikes. Sometimes if they're coming up to that jig but not eating it, you can try just a dead stick approach, so dropping it down there. Right when that fish gets up to it, just kind of stop it right there and see if that triggers a bite. But to spend a lot of time on fish that are not aggressive is going to be a waste of your time for the most part. I mean, you might be able to get a couple to bite, but get out your auger and find some that are, because it's going to be a lot more rewarding at the end of the day. I just picked up this Strike Master laser cut auger, and a lot of the reports and things that I've read on it is it's about the best $100 you could spend. I've used a lot of the Moras and the Eskimos, and you hook that up to a 18-volt lithium drill, and you can really cover some water. If you got an old drill laying around, buy an attachment online. You can get them, I've seen anywhere from $8 to $20. And unless you like the workout of drilling holes, I know I've had my share of that, but it's a lot more efficient. These fish just do not want to take it. The cool thing about ice fishing is it's probably one of the cheapest hobbies to get into. If you're a beginner, go with someone that knows what they're doing and can put you on some fish. I mean, a lot of people go out and don't catch any fish, and they're cold, and they don't really want to try it again. But you go out with someone who knows what they're doing and put you on some fish, it's a lot of fun. Plus, you get your dinner for the night too. So really, you can't beat it. But I mean, you could probably get the nicest of everything for around $1,000, which, you know, most other sports or hobbies, you know, it's gonna be more money than that. And a lot of the stuff lasts. Like I've just got a Vexilar FL8. You know, I bought it about 3 years ago for 300 bucks, brand new. And I mean, you know, when the ice fishing season starts, you could probably resell these, you know, anywhere from 225 to, you know, 250, 60 bucks. So if you get into it and figure out you don't have the time, you know, usually you can get most of your money back. So come on, baby, don't want it. On to the next spot. Stay tuned.